So what I'm going to do is show you how to use EHR Lab 4 to do Lab 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the password and username of on the lab. Now remember that every lab some of them change the password and username, so you have to look at that. So this one's going to be clinician, and then you're going to hit login. Once you go to the login, you are going to hit up here for patient. You can actually just hit enter and then go right to your patient. It's just easier that way because it shows all the patients in the system. Once there's a lot of patients, you don't want to do that, but for the sake of this, you can. So then I'm going to use a different patient, so because otherwise it will give you the answers. What you want to do is you want to scroll down and look around and see what they're asking. So for this one, they're asking for his last recorded blood pressure. So what you do is you can go into, I believe, report. Okay, and the last reported, we're going to just hit we want his insurance, his immunizations, the patient notes, transactions, communications, recent appointments. We'll just get one on everything. We also want to know all this, his vitals. You can just get it all in one snappy report. So what we're going to do is hit generate report, and it's going to show you everything you want to know. So here you just scroll up and it's going to show you he has Aetna for the insurance, well, this patient that I chose, so don't use this patient. Then it's going to show you the patient's medical problems, what medications they're on, their last recorded blood pressure. Make sure you pick the last recorded one. So here all this stuff goes to that specific one. It'll also tell you let's see, the employer, the shoe shiner for this woman, and stuff like that. So that was pretty easy. You can also pick look up here and look at review to review his last, this patient, his last stuff. Now we don't know who Billy Smith is at the second. You can't assume that's the doctor. So what you'd want to do is go back to the report that I picked and look at it. And so it's Billy Smith for this one, I believe. So let's go back to his report and see who he actually saw. Because that's who's the recorded doctor. So yes, his provider was Billy Smith on this. So you want to her. You want to make sure you pick the right doctor, the right date of service. On this one, it wants the last recorded. So after I clicked all those buttons, I wanted the soap. So I clicked soap, and let's see if it gives me my soap for her. I do believe I have to click next. Let's see, search in soap, vitals. It didn't give me the soap notes in this one, but it will in his. Match case, soap. Let's see. Next. 3 minutes, fine. Oh, it did down here. Okay, so here's all the soap notes at the very bottom. So the same thing will happen with the other patient. Oh, sorry about that. With the other patient, it will. It'll give you all the soap, the subjective, objective, assessment, and plan. You just want to make sure you run a report. So then the next one is go to the past encounters. You can go and look at, when you were looking at the encounter, you'd go to his past one. Now, this was under, when I picked the patient finder to get to the encounters, I went to, you can actually pick, not on this one, I guess. Scroll over, and do the report again like I showed you up here on report, and find all the encounters under that. Now just say it's asking for up-to-date immunizations. You'd scroll down, and if it'll actually tell you that see here it says none, but that means he's up to date. He doesn't need any, or they haven't given them to you yet. So you'd put up to date. Let's see, his medications. Now just say you wanted to get the actual medication data. Well, you're going to you have to get it off the site, otherwise it's going to be wrong, because they want the information specifically for this program. So what you're going to do is you are going to go look for, I believe it is, let me go back. Okay, so you'd go back to your report section. And then we want to know, okay, so he's on metformin, Lipitor, bleh. Okay. I do know that there's a way, and I just have to remember for a second, how to find the information for this patient. So issues, maybe. So if you click issues, this is where all this stuff is. or her stuff. Then we're going to go to, how did I get to encounter? I'm going to pause. Okay, and back on the main page, what you're going to do is, this was the main thing that popped up when I picked her, picked her specifically. So what you want to do here is you want to go to, I just saw it, I believe it was report, and then one more time, documents. Okay, I figured it out. So what you want to do is you want to go and click on Susan Underwood. Well, not you guys will pick Phil, and I'm picking Susan. So you'd click on Susan, then you're going to go back, and this right here, you have to hit, if your screen's not open all the way, you want to click right here. It's just because I needed the other half of the screen. So then you're going to go down here and you're going to pick, just say we are trying to look for, here is the immunization registry, where you're going to enter what immunization. So if you're going to do, just say, you're going to look for the visits here, your visit history. If you need to enter in any certain things, let's see, I want to look at, let's see what's on his flow board. What was the next question? It was, visits. Okay, so we want to look at her visit history. So this is where it's going to tell like her past. Then if you need to go and look at, just say, oh, I remember what I was looking at. I needed to give you patient education. Okay, so if you click back, if it already is on the side, you're good. So you're going to go to miscellaneous, and then you're going to go and look up, not miscellaneous. Sorry about that. You're going to go and look up miscellaneous. Yeah, I was right. Patient education. And then you're actually going to go and type in the medications. So one of them was metformin, I think. So you'd go and you'd type it in, metformin. And then you're going to hit submit. And then it'll, if your pop-up doesn't, you have to go up and change your settings to allow your pop-ups. So I'm going to hit submit again, and it's going to pop up a screen. And then you're going to go and get the information it says about this specific medication. So what is it used for? It's going to say, why is this medication prescribed? And you're just going to say, right here, you'd put it in, and you'd put why the information, it's okay if you put it in like just at that, but you want to make sure you don't pick it from any other place. They want to know that you're utilizing the places inside this document. So same thing, if you go in and you're looking at his visits, you go into where I'm going to look at hers, but we're going to go to like current visit. Okay, so let's see, during her current visit, you could see her soap, her vitals, and one of the questions that later on was, which one's clinical, which one's administrative. So you're going to click on administrative. This is all your administrative stuff. This is all your clinical stuff. Let's see. Next, go to the top summary page in the clinical tab, and then you're going to go down and you're going to look at the forms. These are the forms under the clinical tab. Those are the forms, that they have. You also, like a care plan you can give the patients. Let's see what else. Just say you wanted to see if he was up to date on his immunizations on this way, because I forgot that because I made my screen smaller. You're going to go and look at, I believe it is, let's see, visits. This is like his in-out, his pending, his insurance. Let's see. Immunization registry. The only reason I'm going to show you this is because later on they want you to input this stuff on another assignment, so you want to make sure you do that. And then let's see, visit, he had influence, but it was not documented. Okay, so here they want you to, it says at the visit they wanted you to look at his influenza vaccine that he received, but it was not documented, so you need to go to your immunization area. So here you're going to go to like, what would it be under? I just had it. It is on immunization. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so you want to go back to the patient's dashboard, and you're going to go and you're going to immunizations. We're going to edit. We're going to click on the word immunization. No, click at it. Just click at it. Okay, so here's where you get the code. So whatever they're telling you to, they want influenza. So well, I'm not going to do influenza. I'll do DTaP or something. So you're going to type it in, but on yours is a different, and the code is 50. Say for this specific vaccine right here. But that's not the one you're going to use. Diphtheria, it's like that code would be 120. These are like real standard codes. So you'd pick that for your program. You'd enter it all in. So just say I wanted my patient to have like just the measles vaccine, which was 5. So I'm going to hit here 5. Then you go down the whatever was administered. Just say 1. Okay. Just say you'd pick an expiration date, you'd go and pick you don't have to enter in all that. Then you go down and how it was the route. We could say it was given, I don't know, just pretend sublingual, even though I know it's a shot. Okay, so then you go, but you don't have to enter in all this. You just need to enter it in, what it's telling you on the sheet. I think later on you have to enter in specific stuff. Then if you have to pick the doctor, you'd pick it, and then you just hit save immunization. It will save on another screen, so don't freak out and think that it's not there, because it actually is. So what you're going to do is see how it's down here at the bottom. So all you'd have to do is click on that one, and that one's already in. So now if I go back to her, so I go to Susan Underwood, and you look, I just put in her immunization right here, see? You'd go back to your main page, and that would be what you'd take a picture of when you have to enter in an immunization on that page. And then, let's see. One other thing it's asking you, go to the middle and top of the page, or the summary page, and find the word clinical tab. I already showed you that. And the reason for the visits, you don't want to just pick whatever you see. You want to actually go to that appointment. So you'd go to your report, your visits, your appointments. With this patient, you could pick whatever clinic they went to, and then, oh, this is add an appointment, isn't it? Oh no, it's a report, and then you just hit, no, that's adding it. Okay, so we go to, let's see, visits. We can just go to your flowchart. That's the one that I showed you in the beginning, where you go back. If I went under her, and you'd go down and hit reports. See, when I closed this, it was easier for me to find stuff. So then I'd go to report, and then you'd pick everything, and that would give you the stuff for that visits, all the visits. That's how I usually do it, but it should be fairly simple.